More proof that the Democrats have nothing. More proof that the Democrats resort to violence. More proof that they have no solutions, no answers, no strategy, no vision for America. They have no track record. They have no accomplishments. They haven't done a thing. They're absolutely useless. They're the purest personification of the swamp, the deep state establishment. Here is a video. Oh, you're going to love this. Here is the video of Hakeem, nobody's dream, Jeffries getting absolutely schooled with facts about the government shutdown, who he is, what he voted for. This is what, day 8 of the government shutdown? We've got problems with air traffic controllers who are working without pay right now. A lot of them are calling in sick. We've got veterans and law enforcement officials, federal workers, federal employees alike, all getting nothing because of these Democrats, because they want to give illegal health care to illegal aliens. And I want you to watch carefully and see how he gets physical. He gets aggressive towards the middle end of it. Stick around. When much kudos to Republican Mike Lawler, who absolutely just demonstrates facts to Hakeem, nobody's dream Jeffries. And when he's not in a circumstance, when he's not in an ecosystem that completely kowtows to him, like MSNBC studio or CNN studio or what have you, he's lost. And he just resorts to getting physical and acting like a buffoon in his brain malfunctions. Watch this.
Donald Trump
he's not my boss.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. And by the way,
so let me ask you a
why
question.
did you vote to shut the government down? Why did you vote to shut it down?
Let me ask you a question.
For years, you always lectured about how we need to keep the government open.
You're making a show of this to make yourself relevant.
It's sad. You could easily sign on to this.
You're embarrassing yourself right now.
You could sign on to this. The only embarrassment here is you.
You're an embarrassment.
You could sign on to the bill.
Let me ask you a question.
You have 4 Democrats on here. Why won't you sign on to it?
Let me ask you a question.
It's a clean extension for 1 year.
You voted for the one big ugly bill, correct?
I voted for a tax cut bill that gave the largest tax cut to Americans in history, including, by the way, the average New Yorker getting a $4,000 tax cut. Are you against that?
You're embarrassing yourself right now.
Do you want to cut the standard deduction in half?
The largest cut to Medicaid in American history. You voted for that.
Fraud, and abuse, by the way.
You voted
Tom DiNapoli, the Democratic controller of New York,
let me ask you a question.
Pointed out that $1.2 billion were wasted.
Listen, you're not going to talk.
Look at this. Look at this.
You're not going to talk to me and talk
and
over me
New York residents
because you don't want to hear what I have to say.
Oh, I'm listening.
So why don't you just keep your mouth shut?
Oh,
because you showed up.
Is that the way to talk?
You showed up.
Yeah.
Keep your mouth shut. Look at him pointing. Look at him invading his personal space. All Lawler is doing is literally going through factually, step by step, everything in the clean resolution bill, everything it includes, everything it doesn't include, what the Democrats want to keep in there, put in there, and maintain in there. And he gets physical and he gets aggressive. I'm going to rewind it a little bit. Watch that again.
Of New York,
let me ask you a question.
Pointed out that $1.2 billion were wasted.
Listen, you're not going to talk. You're not going to talk to me. You're not going to talk to me and talk over me
New York residents
because you don't want to hear what I have to say.
Oh, I'm listening.
So why don't you just keep your mouth shut?
Oh,
wow.
Is that the way?
Wow.
You showed up.
Yeah.
And so you voted for this one big
I signed on
bill.
for this. You can extend it right now.
A permanent extension of massive tax breaks for your billionaire donors.
So 90% of Americans.
So they can get a permanent extension.
90% of Americans take the standard deduction.
Is that right?
90% of Americans take the standard deduction.
Is that right?
If you had your way, the standard deduction would have been cut in half. That would have been a massive tax increase on Americans.
That's a fact. He's got nothing.
You're against lifting the cap on salt.
He's got nothing.
The billionaire donors lifting the cap on salt. We put a income cap in place.
Why are you here right now?
An income cap. Well, didn't you want all Republicans to be here? I'm here.
He's listing facts. He's going through step by step. And this is what the Democrats have been posting on social media on X for the last week, every single day, saying, oh, where's the Republicans? They're not doing their job. We're here. Where's the Republicans? And what does the leader of the Democratic caucus say? He says, why are you here? What are you doing here? And Lawler says, quite point blank, well, wait a minute. I'm here. Didn't you say you wanted me here? I'm here to talk about the bill. I'm here to try to work with you. I'm here to try to get a deal for the American people. Jeffries, he's not even a dollar store Obama. He's not even a freaking Kmart, Walmart version of Obama. He's not even a Lendtree version of Obama. He's a caricature of a caricature of a caricature of Obama. It's pathetic. He is a clown with a capital CL, clown.
You wanted Republicans to be here. I'm here.
Why are you
And
here?
by the way, you can pass an ACA extension right now. Sign on to this bill.
Did your boss
sign
Donald
on
Trump,
to the bill?
Is your boss Donald Trump behind you?
I want you to notice the difference here. Lawler is going through and stipulating facts, details, specifics. This is what we can do to get this passed. Jeffries, this is the perfect representation of who the hypocrites are, aka the Democrats. He's just attacking ad hominem, personal ad hominem. What did your boss Trump? What are you doing here? You're making a fool of yourself. Did your boss Trump? That's all he can say. Did your boss Trump tell you to come here? Why are you doing here? What are you doing here? This is supposed to be the leader. This is supposed to be the leader of the Democrat. He has nothing, no substance. He has no data. He has no qualifications. He has zero skills. He doesn't have any details, no answers, no solutions, nothing but attack. That's all they do. Personal ad hominem attacks, period.
HR 5145. Why don't you get on it?
Mike, is your boss Donald Trump behind that?
Why won't you get on
Because
it?
you don't work for the American people.
Oh, I do. I work.
You don't work for the American people.
I work for the people of my district.
Is that why you? Is that
I'm
why
here.
You got 145,000.
And by the way, I voted for a
Medicaid.
clean CR to keep the government open
Mike,
and funded.
you're-
You voted to shut it
You're
down.
embarrassing yourself right now.
Yeah, leader. With all due
Well, as we
respect,
would say
you're
back
the
in the-
one.
why are you playing yourself?
You're the one.
Why are you playing yourself? You're embarrassing yourself. Literally, Lawler is schooling him on every single facet of the bill.
Why are
Who
you playing
actually
yourself
voted
with
to
these
shut
theatrics?
the government down?
Actually, you
It's
know
sad.
that's not true.
It's sad. You voted to shut the government
Listen,
down.
Do Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the president?
Right, and
correct?
you're smart enough to know
Is
that,
that
you
right?
need 60 votes in the Senate,
Is
right?
that right? No.
He's acting just like these ridiculous liberal influencers. I love how Lawler pushed back right there. He's been saying that on every single CNN, MSNBC, ABC, NBC, PBS, Associated Press. He's been saying it all over. This is a Trump shutdown. I can't even do an impression. When I do an impression of Hakeem Jeffries, I feel my soul leave my body because this guy's such an automaton. He's so rigid, such a robot. He lacks warm, hot blood coursing through his veins. It's like liquid Exxon oil or whatever coursing through this guy's veins. He says this on every single media network. This is Trump shutdown because they control the House, they control the Senate, and they control the executive branch. So this is all on them. And Lawler says what I've been trying to respond to all these idiot mooks who keep saying that. Lawler immediately pushes back and says, and you're smart enough to know how the government works. We need 60 Democrat votes. Love
Do
it.
you need 60 votes in the
Were
Senate or no?
60 votes needed to pass your one big ugly bill?
Reconciliation, which you
Was
did with
six-
the IRA,
was
and
60
boy, that really reduced inflation.
Are you
did a
trying to
great job
elevate
there.
yourself because you're afraid
I'm not
you're
trying to
about lose
elevate myself.
re-election?
I'm not going to lose
Let me ask you a
re-election.
question.
You spent $42 million last cycle. You didn't do that great.
Why aren't you running for governor right now?
Because I actually enjoy this job, and I'm here to do it. And by the way, you could actually pass
enjoy being a
a
lackey for
subsidy
Donald
right
Trump?
now
Is that
to
right?
ensure that people don't have health care premiums going up. Why won't you support this one-year bill?
me ask you a question.
Tom Swazi's on it, Jared Golden,
Let me ask you a question.
Marie Gluz.
He says, you're embarrassing yourself. Why don't you run for governor? You're making a fool of yourself. You're a lackey for Trump. All he's doing is doing exactly what they said they wanted for the past 7 days. Where are the Republicans? Why won't they talk with us? Why won't they work with us? And as soon as they do, what does he do? Because they don't mean a thing they say. When a tree breathes, oxygen is released. When a Democrat breathes, raw sewage of lies pollute the atmosphere.
Let me ask you a
Perez,
question. Let me ask you
are
a
they
question.
wrong?
Your
Don
other,
Davis?
your other boss,
Are they wrong?
Your other boss, Mike Johnson. I challenged him to a debate
Yeah.
on the floor. Did he send you?
No, I'm here
On
on my
his behalf,
behalf
'cause
of
he's
my
afraid to
constituents
debate. Is
because
that
you
right?
shut the government down. And my constituents are suffering as
Facts.
a result of your ridiculous
Facts.
ploy.
If
Because
they're
you're
all
so
facts.
afraid of Zohran Mandami. By the way, when are you endorsing him?
By the way,
do you endorse him for mayor?
First of all, are
you going to endorse him for mayor?
Listen, you're a complete and total embarrassment right now.
Oh,
Oh my God. I mean, this is like, he's talking about himself. He's a total complete embarrassment. I mean, this is insanity. He hasn't offered one solution. This is a 5-minute video. Has anybody, let me know in the comments right now, has anybody heard one single reason to keep the government shut down? Has he even said one thing that wasn't a personal ad hominem attack? Wow, this guy is a filthy, low-down, dirty, unqualified, DEI hired dog.
Why is that? Because you don't want.
He's an insult. I mean, I love dogs, so I'm not going to say dog. He's just a degenerate. I love dogs. It's an insult to call him a dog.
Answer the question.
Is this supposed to be a video for your failed re-election?
You don't want to answer the question? Do you support Zoran? By the way, did you see his statement yesterday?
Listen.
An embarrassment on October 7th, blaming the Jews. You support that? Should he be the Democratic?
See, he has nothing to say. He's stunned in his. He has nothing to say when he's not on MSNBC, when he's not on CNN getting puppy dog and ice cream softball questions. He's got Nathan.
Nominee for mayor.
First of all, I don't answer to you.
Should he be the Democratic mayor? Should he be the Democratic nominee?
You're an embarrassment to yourself. That's all he said.
So you think his statement yesterday was okay?
First of all,
that's sad.
First of all,
it's unfortunate.
Don't come with this phony.
These are bills.
No.
These are bills. They're not phony. They're
real
real
bill
bills.
that Republicans are even.
He didn't offer one smart, intelligent retort, rebuttal that involved critical thinking, that involved a careful analysis of the situation. This is why we can't endorse this CR, this clean resolution. This is why the government is being shut down. The truth is A, X, Y, Z, A, B, C. No. He says, you're making a fool of yourself. You're embarrassing yourself. Did your boss, he doesn't even call him president. Notice that? You got to pay very, very close. He doesn't even call him president. He says, did your boss, Donald Trump? And they all say the same thing over and over and over again. They have nothing, no track record, no achievements, no solutions, no answers. They have no backbone, no balls, no guts, no qualifications, no skills, no vision for America. They hate America with all intents and purposes. They're willing to see our country decay from the inside out because they know, and a lot of us know too, they know deep down in the pit of their vapid soul that they will not survive one day in the free market and in the free enterprise system, because the real world will see right through them. So what do? They import their voters, pure and simple. These are disgusting, treasonous acts of sedition, terrorist organization known as this video is probably going to get taken down. This podcast is probably going to get taken down, but I don't care. I have to say it. The Democrat Party is a terrorist organization. They are enemies from within. And the Constitution specifically stipulates one must defend American citizens and America from enemies both foreign and domestic. We have domestic terrorists. They are nothing. They haven't done. Give me one contribution. Give me one achievement that the Democrats have executed in the past 10 years. Give me one, just one achievement besides destroy our country. Ever since 2008, ever since the divider in chief got in there, it has been a downward spiral. They've controlled the government 12 of the last 16 years, and now everything's Trump's fault. Now everything is J.D. Vance's fault. Now everything is Stephen Miller's fault. Now everything is Secretary Scott Bessent's fault. Now everything is Department of War Secretary Hegseth's fault. Now everything is Melania's fault. Now everything is Eric Trump's fault. I mean, they have nothing, period.